Cyber briefing for Friday, the 24th of November. I'm Stephen Ridgway. Fairly quiet on the cyber news front overnight this morning, it seems to me. Maybe all the journalists are off either recovering from Thanksgiving or spending their money on Black Friday. If you're spending your money on Black Friday, good luck. Watch out for the cyber scams. So I'm going to start off with something which had kind of nearly passed me by. I'm afraid it's GRC, like yawn. Apologies if you work at GRC, but Network and Information Systems Directive 2 is coming into effect in October next year. It is a European Union directive which intends to improve cyber resilience for member states. There is a NIS 1, which is the current standard. It has been updated. So basically, this new directive is much wider in scope than its predecessor. So all businesses, including small and micro businesses that are deemed to have an important or essential role in a member state, are now covered, including those that are situated outside of the European Union but provide services to member states of the European Union. It is then going to suck in a whole load of suppliers because, as part of the directive, organizations are required to conduct risk assessments specific to suppliers. Well, okay, yes, we should all be doing this anyway, but at the moment there's no actual legal requirement to do so unless you're caught by one of the existing directives. So if you are a small business providing services into the EU and the company that you're providing the services to is deemed to be of importance, national importance in the EU member state, you would now be caught by this. So what does it actually involve? Well, it's very wide-ranging, NIS2. It covers risk management, cyber security best practices, and business continuity disaster recovery. And it also includes elements like the requirements for an ISMS, Information Security Management System, which is in fact the ultimate cure for insomnia if you read ISO 27001. So basically it is pushing organizations to map their security standards to something, their security implementations to something along the lines of the ISO 27001. For business continuity disaster recovery, ISO 22301. If you've got IT/OT environments, you can use IEC 62433, for example. So there are ways around aligning, demonstrating your compliance with NIS2 by being certified in some of these other standards. This, I suspect, is going to be complex and potentially expensive, especially for smaller organizations, where these standards, despite what they say in the standards, they really don't map well to smaller organizations. And in fact, well, it's got to question the value of them at all, other than making money for the people that run the systems. However, the concepts in there are not necessarily bad ones. So it does look like there is going to be quite a lot to do. Interestingly, security incident and event management is a prereq. So centralized log management and the ability to detect and respond to incidents. Well, that's actually a really good idea. And it is, if you are not necessarily going to be in the position to do that yourself, there are organizations out there that can help you with that. Haha. So yeah, if you are, as I say, either an MSP, MSSP, or you are a supplier to organisations inside the EU, worth having an early look at this because it is going to have it is going to have an impact going forward. It's not necessarily going to be adopted verbatim in the UK, although it looks like the UK is actually going to go beyond what's in NIS2. And one of the things that's being discussed at the moment is extending the regulations to include MSPs to help protect critical businesses that they serve. Well, so it is, yeah, potentially, even if you're outside the EU, going to be something that may have an impact on your ability to do business. Read it, find out, be prepared. Another thing which, talking of UK regulation, which is interesting, the Information Commissioner's Office, the ICO, has come down against organizations which don't make it easy to reject all cookies. So in the EU, well, specifically in France, TikTok was fined about 5 million euros for failing to provide users of TikTok the ability to reject cookies. So there was an accept all cookies button when you browse. These irritating cookie acceptance pages pop up now pretty much everywhere because they're mandated through things like European Union directives. But it is, at least it's in theory, it's a good idea to give people choice. However, one of the ways that companies have got around people rejecting cookies is to make it difficult to reject cookies. So you make it easy to accept them. If you want to reject them, well, you've got to go to a config page and pick which ones you do or don't want to, blah, blah, blah. So there's more clicking, whereas most people just click straight through and just get rid of that irritating pop-up. Well, the ICO has finally decided that they are in agreement with the French Data Protection Authority, CNIL, that cookie banners that give you the a one-click accept all need to give you effectively a one-click refuse all. This could have wide-ranging impacts to anybody who is hosting websites in the UK or providing services to UK consumers. So if you are in that position and you are currently using one of the consent pop-ups, make sure that it is properly compliant with GDPR and the European Union's e-privacy directives around this stuff, because otherwise it looks like in the UK the ICO will come knocking at your door finally. Well, that's all from me for today. Like I said, very straightforward, very easy day. So watch out for Black Friday cyber scams. Check if you're putting your credit card details into websites, make sure they're real ones. Buy stuff from legit sites, blah, 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 usual stuff, basic hygiene. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you all again on Monday morning.